Hey everyone, welcome back to another video. I'm Jarrett.
And I'm Annmarie.
And we are living in Cary NC. Today we're going to go over what you need to know about Holly Springs. So let's get into it. So one of the first things you need to know about Holly Springs is crime and safety. Don't hold your breath because it's good news. Holly Springs and the surrounding towns to it, like Apex and Cary, are some of the safest towns in all of North Carolina. In fact, it was ranked #1 safest overall town in all of North Carolina by SafeWise.
And it is, or has, the lowest property crime rate in North Carolina, which is things like vandalism, burglary, larceny, and package stealing.
And last but not least are your violent crimes, and that is third lowest in all of North Carolina. So it's very nice to know, and it can give you that peace of mind if you're looking in Holly Springs or the surrounding towns that it is extremely safe and you really have nothing to worry about.
And it's one of the reasons why so many people do relocate to this area. Next up, for more meat and potatoes from Annmarie and Jarrett, we're going to talk about growth.
So number 2, the next thing you need to know about Holly Springs is it is a growing area. Probably not to anyone's surprise, but it has grown quite significantly, and at this rate, it will continue to do so. So since the last census in 2010, it has had a 62% increase in population, which brings it to just over 41,000 people. Notably, it is a quarter of the population of Cary, but it is also a smaller town. It's 17 square miles. So continuing along with growth is job growth as well. So just recently, Amgen, which is a biotech company, announced that they will be moving to Holly Springs. And with that, of course, will come a few hundred jobs, along with the $380 million investment into the area. And earlier on in the year, Fujifilm brought a location to Holly Springs as well, and created 725 new jobs in the area. So not only are jobs coming to Holly Springs itself, but you also have RTP and all the jobs in Wake County that you can utilize with a very short commute. So job growth, it's coming along nicely. So for the next what you need to know about Holly Springs, number 3, we have schooling. So Holly Springs is in Wake County, which has one of the best school systems in the state, and it is also actually one of the largest in the whole entire country. And if you want more info on Wake County school systems, we actually broke it down, each of the options that you have in our pros and cons of Cary video, which we will link at the end of the video. So once you're done with this, you can go check that out. And like I said, we really broke it down into all the options that you have and how the school system itself works.
But if you would like, you can also call, email, or text us, and we're happy to give you some information and some direction on the school systems.
Absolutely. So that wraps it up for schooling. Just know that it's a very good school system, and go check out that other video. Coming in at number 4, in no particular order of what you need to know, is its location. So it is south of Cary, but it is also a very great central location to a lot of the stuff around it. For example, if you wanted to go into downtown Raleigh, it's about 24 minutes. If you wanted to go to Durham, it's about 29 minutes. If you wanted to go to Cary, it's about 20 minutes, and Apex is right next door. If you wanted to go into downtown or anything, it is a very short drive. Now, if you saw our Cary video, they're very close. So the beach and the mountains for skiing are pretty far away. So it's about the same. It's about 2.5 hours to the closest beach, and it's going to be 3 to 3 hours and 45 minutes depending on what ski mountain resort you wanted to go to. So just keep that in mind.
And you're not very far from RTP, which is about a half an hour. And you're about a half an hour, 35 minutes to RDU Airport. So Holly Springs offers a lot in terms of being a great location.
Next on what you need to know about Holly Springs are things to do, outdoor activities, etc. So in Holly Springs, there are 300 plus acres of parkland and greenway paths. There is 12.8 miles of off-street greenway paths that snake all throughout Holly Springs. And last but not least, there is a 54-acre lake, Harris Lake, with all sorts of stuff to do there. It's a big park. They have rentals. You can bike, you can walk, jog, etc. You can fish on the lake, and you can go out on the lake and rent kayaks, canoes, etc. No motorboats, unfortunately, so you can't break out any water skiing, but it is an awesome spot, and it's quite big, so plenty of space to play.
It is a really super lake, and in addition to that, the greenway paths are growing day by day, so you can expect more paths to come connecting areas and neighborhoods. And next we have the Holly Springs Cultural Center. So right in Holly Springs, they have their own cultural center where you'll be able to enjoy concerts from local bands. There'll be some Broadway reviews. So things like if you want to, have a mini musical kind of performance, they do those sorts of things where they put on small plays and musicals right there in town. So you can check the calendar. We'll put the Hollywood Cultural Center website up. Did I say Hollywood? Sorry. Holly Springs Cultural Center. We'll put that in the description below for you.
Hollywood would be nice.
Sorry.
Also, if you're a big baseball fan and a baseball buff, there is Ting Park, and at Ting Park is Ting Stadium, which is a very nice modern baseball stadium that seats just under 1,700 people, and it is home to the National Club Baseball Association World Series for the past 3 years. So if you're a fan of collegiate baseball, that is where their club teams have World Series. And it is also home to the Salamanders collegiate summer baseball team. So like I said, if you're a big baseball buff, it is really cool to have that in town and you can go watch baseball. Also,
what's across the street?
Well, before we get there, it's also in Ting Park, which is one of the biggest, baddest parks in Holly Springs. And that you will find outdoor batting cages, playgrounds, tennis courts, soccer fields, and it's just a huge park. And right across the road or the highway is a big shopping mall. So if you need something to eat or drink after playing around, you can go over. They have shopping there as well, some big box retailers. So yeah, nice that that's right there as well. So
take me out to the ball game.
Yes. If you're finding this video helpful, give us a big old thumbs up. And if you're interested in learning more about Holly Springs, Apex, Cary, Raleigh, the surrounding areas and towns, hit that subscribe button because that is what we do. Weekly videos on all of those topics.
And please feel free to shoot us a text, call, or email any time of day. We'll be happy to help you relocate to the greater Cary area.
Another notable, very cool thing in Holly Springs is the Daniel Durs, hopefully I'm saying that right, BMX freestyle compound. So it is an indoor and outdoor BMX, skateboarding, and scooter facility where you can go and just ride around. And you can also take lessons. And I mean, I think it would be a very good place to take lessons because Daniel is currently in the Olympics and actually just silver medaled for BMX freestyle. And not only that, but 5 Olympians in total train there. So that's super cool that that is native to Holly Springs and they're breeding some Olympians there. So it might be a cool place to check out.
Absolutely.
Oh, it's 37,000 square feet in total.
Wow.
Rounding out our what you need to know about Holly Springs, we're going to talk a little bit about the demographics and the makeup of the town. So starting off, the median household income is just north of $105,000 a year annually.
And 57.5% of the people that live in Holly Springs have a bachelor's degree or higher.
And in terms of race/ethnicity, it is 78% white and just under 12% black, and you can see the other race ethnicity makeups in the chart.
So in terms of age group, 36% of the population is aged between 35 and 54, and 26% are between the age of 6 to 17 years old. So there's plenty of families and children in the area to enjoy and meet.
So yeah, just as you can see, over 50% is majority that age group. So, if you're a younger couple or you have kids and you're looking to move, you have a lot of other families that you can mingle with and get to know and, have kids in school with, etc. So good to know. And that wraps it up for what you must know about Holly Springs.
So Jarrett, what do you think about Holly Springs?
To me, Holly Springs gives more of a less crowded, a little more laid back, and a little more rural feel to some of the surrounding towns, and that could be due to a number of things, probably because the population is smaller than towns such as Cary, which is 4 times the population as Holly Springs. So you get a little less of a, kind of, I guess, commercial vibe. In Cary, there's, a shopping center every block or every other block, and Holly Springs just gives you a little more rural feel. There's more trees, more open land. There's not a development every 0.1 square miles, but, could there be coming with all this growth? Maybe, who knows, we'll have to see, but it just gives a little bit of different feel than some of the surrounding towns. What do you think?
I really like Holly Springs. I like Holly Springs because it's more suburban. It feels more open. It feels more open space. There's not retail at every corner. So, my opinion is very similar to yours. And, yeah. I like Holly Springs a lot, actually, because I think that Cary at some point will become a little too developed and there won't be a lot of suburban feel to Cary. So Holly Springs is pretty high on my list for places to consider for relocation.
And also, if you're thinking about, or were thinking about Cary, as we went over in the video, it's a 20-minute drive to Cary. So if you wanted to utilize some of the stuff that Cary has, like their downtown that's undergoing a massive revitalization, some of the parks or something, it's a very short drive, so you can still get all the perks that Cary has to offer, and it's a little bit of a drive, but you get the perks of Holly Springs as well. So,
and Holly Springs their downtown is growing. They have great parks. Maybe not as many as Cary does, but some of the parks that they do have are awesome. And it has a nice big lake that you can enjoy. So there's a lot of positive things happening in Holly Springs. And I think it's going to develop into their really own downtown center where people really go to congregate and enjoy the farmers market and art shows and theater, etc. So
Yeah.
I'm excited about Holly Springs.
They do have a very nice downtown, which we will cover in a following video, but we do have some footage of us walking around and checking out the downtown, so you'll be able to see that too. Anything else?
Not that I can think of.
All right, so that wraps it up. Thank you for watching, everyone. We will catch you in the next one. Peace.